Jason Knapp said, "What'd you think of the Lions uniforms Monday night?" Of course,
I thought
Lions.
they were sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember when they first started doing this, Kevin. Remember there'd be an alternate uniform for a special game, like for Thanksgiving. There was a home and away, and that was it for the year. And then they started. Somebody in the merchandising department went, "Hey, we put a
The
couple."
Lions wore those last year. I mean, those same
Was it the same
unis.
one though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
okay.
also have that all gray one.
I don't like that as much as the blue. I
What,
think
the all
that
gray?
I think I like that
The
electric
bl- I,
blue
I think the
color.
black's badass.
Yeah.
For home, but like the Bengals. Every time I watch the Bengals, they're in that all white outfit now. Like
Hmm.
they never wear the traditional Bengals.
The orange, man, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with the orange. God, I'm so old. Fucking, it actually said
You
in like
remember the right?
block
I remember
letters,
it too.
Bengals.
Bengals. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a shitty ass helmet, man. That
and
one.
not as shitty as the Browns.
The Browns. Have we? We're still not going to do anything about this, man.
No, no, no.
Somebody in that organization needs to read a marketing book or two
But
and
the
realize
Browns
what
had
would
like,
happen.
what did they have the other day? Because the one guy ran for a couple touchdowns for the Browns. They had like maybe a. Did they have a black fucking? Maybe they had like a different kind of a jersey on their last game.
Yeah, they do the alternate jerseys. All the teams do them, and there's so many of them now
Well, it's
that
like fucking
first they did throwback, so they would
the
wear the old
NBA.
ones.
Yeah, the NBA is I mean notorious for dumping. You know,
That's getting started now too, Kev. You're
you
probably
remember the?
watching a lot of wrestling these days. I'm
Oh
guessing
yeah,
with the NFL in the middle of the season and NBA getting started now.
yeah. Because I'm not going to watch OKC versus the Rockets with the newly picked up Kevin Durant.
Durant,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not. It goes double overtime last night, and
But
then
what's Heyman doing? That's what
what,
you're saying the whole time. Like shit,
I'm saying
he's
I'm
probably
trying
cutting a
to.
promo right
I'm
now.
saying like fuck, man. Why is Heyman not addressing the fact that he turned on his friend Punk, he turned on Seth Rollins, who was fucking his a god, and he had really no alliance with Seth except that he thought that he was the future and that he was the visionary,
Right.
and then he tears his shoulder up and he just jumps ship again.
Yeah. I have a lot of
And
questions
then they
for you
try
about
to they
that.
try to tie it together with a real quick Becky Lynch interview.
Confrontation, right? I don't know if this was television. You'd be sitting there going, "Hold on a minute." I mean, if it was, it's
You know what
television.
though?
But
At
if
the
it
same
was
time, man, like,
an
people can say
episodic,
whatever they want. When you fucking sit in a writer's room with like 8 other people, and you guys pound shit out for hours and throw shit around, and you get something, and you put fucking pen to paper, and that's the direction you're going, and then voila, they go into his shoulder, and you're like, no, man, it's way worse than you thought it was. He's gonna be out a fucking year.
hmm
And how old's Seth? Seth 43, 46? How old's Seth? Mr. Kaufman?
we'll get it here in a minute.
Just holler it.
39,
39.
for
Oh, he's
God's
young.
sakes.
That's why they went. That's why they go with him. I mean, I was 40 when I blew my quad and tore my bicep back to back. Well, tore my bicep, then tore my quad. I was 42, and that was not a. It wasn't. I mean, I never doubt I was going to come back. It was just, you know. But they were
Kev,
saying at that point I was long in the tooth, and now they've half their fucking main event roster is
I was going to say the top of the card is all
all
around
45.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and for a while there, they were telling people they were too old to get into the business at 30 at the performance
Mm.
center. And now it's like, fuck,
Click this, just like all of our friends in the audience. Kev, I was joking with you before saying, oh, you're going to be watching a lot of wrestling now that the NBA is starting and we still have football and stuff. But, back in the day when we would follow the ratings, like fans were now, we were let in on the ratings thing, courtesy of like Meltzer's sheets and website and stuff.
Well, they also had it in USA Today. They would have
Well,
the.
all of us wrestling fans at age 21 that were reading USA Today, we
No, I'm talking about when it was Wrestling Wars.
right. But what I'm saying is it was important. So the rating was important and significant on a Monday night because of Monday Night Football. And they would always talk about, is it going to beat Monday Night Football this week? I think, though, Kev, is it safe to say that was at a time when wrestling fans, football fans, they were sports fans. So, I mean, I know me and my friends, we watched both. Today, are the WWE fans the Monday Night Football fans?
I just think because everything was live back then.
Unless
you
you were
had
like taping it on
you had to
VHS or
yeah you had to
something. Yeah.
VHS it. So,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of rumors that came out of that period where Monday like that they say that Thursday night football actually which is 20 years. I think it just said that it's no Sunday night football just had its 20th year. So I don't know when Thursday night football started, but they say that Thursday night football was kind of conjured up during the wrestling wars
I'll have to look at those dates. It would make
because
sense. I don't know if the
because yeah
dates line
because
up.
at times we were doing combined like 10, 11.
Right.
You know,
We got here Thursday Night Football. Oh, that came with NFL Network. I don't know the.
when it was the NFL Network started.
I feel like that would be after Kev. I think maybe Sunday night.
Sunday night was 20 years ago. That was just they added
That
that
was only
extra.
20.
Yeah, I did. The one I watched this Sunday was that was the 20th year.
I just feel like it's a
You got to be
different
happy that
thing.
the Cowboys are competitive this year.
Well, I'm not a fan of this team, and I'm not a fan of this team under Dak Prescott. I don't think we're ever going to achieve anything under. He's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback.
I think he's pretty fucking special.
I don't know, Kev. He's not the 2-minute drill guy that you need. You got to have total confidence in who's leading that team in
Okay,
any situation you get put in.
give me somebody in the league right now that you'd rather have in the 2-minute drill.
Do I get to choose people like Mahomes and
Yeah.
Hurts?
Fine, I don't want. I don't know if I want Hurts.
Well, but,
I don't know if I want Hurts over Prescott. And you talk with this, and they get that guy's offensive line. Like they
Well, I
get
mean, it's a whole other discussion
right.
when you talk
You
about the
take
line.
you
But
put Dak in Kansas City's behind Kansas City's line.
you look at the amount of times under pressure he's overthrowing, underthrowing, making shit decisions.
Yeah, under pressure. The same thing that happened to fucking Matt to Stratford when he was in Detroit when he threw 97% of the balls he threw off his back foot. And then the first year he goes to the Rams, they won a Super Bowl. So it's like,
I don't think that's Dak.
well,
I don't think it's Dak, and I knew it when they gave him franchise status and let Ezekiel Elliott go. Now Elliott didn't turn out to be what I thought.
but they still, I mean, I think Harbaugh fucking in Baltimore, he's so underutilized as fucking Henry. You know, like it's just one of those things where it's almost like he refuses to run the football. And like you look at the fucking Lions, you look at Campbell. Campbell will run that fucking football up your ass.
I like him. He's a good coach.
I like him. I really like who they picked up as the linebacker coach now, who's the defensive coach. I just thought when they had when the game started on Monday, and they showed that basically all four Lions And the Lions two cornerbacks that are out, the starters, are fucking like all pro level. And then Arnold, who's leads like since I think he's been in the league. This is maybe his third year, but he's fucking leads the league in pass interference since he's been in. So he's kind of like a safety valve for the fucking.
Hmm.
But I just thought that the defense played fucking so hard, man. And
What was
they
the
had
final?
was it 20, was it 27-9,
Yeah, I think more than
something like that.
covered.
And this is a Tampa team that, I mean, yeah, Tampa's won like 3 or 4 games on last second field goals, but and they were talking about Baker Mayfield like he's fucking, man, he's an MVP, and boy, that fucking pressure got on him, and he was throwing off that back foot, and he was getting fucking nailed, and he was rolling his eyes at his receivers, he was bitching. It was just like fucking. It's like how quickly it fucking returns.
Yeah.
You know, it leads the league. Fucking, he was throwing like 257 yards a game going into that game. It led the league, and I think he threw for fucking 150 against the Lions. Not that
Kev.
I'm biased in any form or fashion.
No, listen, it's a nice time to be a Lions fan. You're having a good
Well, you
run.
look behind me and you realize that all those lakes that we used to think were fucking Czechoslovakia, that's actually the Lions blue back there behind me.
Oh, right. I can see
See
that.
it?
Yeah, you need a little more gray.
That's Campbell. In the middle there's the dragon. So
Kev, I always
saying
know
go
when
for it
you're
on fourth.